And I am now streaming. And let's see if I can get my Facebook page to work. How do you spell dilemma? D-I-L?
EMMA.
Okay, for some reason I thought there was an M in there.
I thought so too.
Well, technically there are two M's in there.
I said,
Well, N.
Oh.
all right, let's see if this works. Going live on Facebook. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And we're up and live on Twitch and Facebook in theory. Let's see if this works.
How exciting, in theory.
All right.
I love being in theory.
Yes, that's good. Welcome to High Level Games presents Star Trek Adventures and the illustrious crew of the Bonaventure, USS Bonaventure NCC 2835. Why don't we introduce ourselves? I am VP Quinn, your humble game master.
I'm Vanessa. I'm playing Dr. Bassa Item, joined Trill, who is scared of everything.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm playing your captain, a Bajoran named Celis Argel.
I'm playing First Officer Cured Hex. I'm Jake, by the way, but that's not really important.
I'm Tim, and I play the helmsman, Marcus Barton.
Hey, lovely. So we are losing people left, right, and center. Well, this is lovely. There we go. So what we're going to do today is get started on episode 3 first for our current events update for episode 3. So after the death of Vedic Barile and the peace treaty that is signed between the Cardassian Empire and Bajor, Kai Wynn steps in after the first minister of Bajor dies and begins acting as both Kai and first minister. It's well known that she intends to stay on as first minister. Also, a civilian Cretacean ship collided with a 21st century Earth relic known as a Tesla automobile, a piece of space junk that was launched as some kind of stunt centuries ago. Professional Tetraball is undergoing a major expansion, with 12 new planetary teams being added to the beta division. In what's seen also as a bold choice, the new Vulcan Academy has been founded on Risa. Captain Argel, how do you feel about that news from home?
I feel that Risa, I'm questioning their decision to build a facility there. I feel like it might not really jive with, the spirit of Risa.
Right. I was more thinking the whole political situation on your home world.
I mean, Kai Wynn has got to where she is because of her, deep connection to her faith and her political acumen. So I'm not terribly alarmed by this, but I'm also not super connected or would have a ton of insights into all the, palace intrigue that's going on that might cause people to maybe be a little bit more suspicious of Kai Wynn.
Right.
I've got like New York Post Kai Wynn, and she seems fine.
That is a great analogy. All right, so we'll go into the Chief Security Officer's log. The Bonaventure has engaged in a routine patrol beyond the Castores system, and the senior staff, under my direction and supervision, have decided to engage in some war game training in the holodeck. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move everybody. Oh, no, not to that one. I'm going to move everybody to the holodeck simulator.
Ooh.
I like this.
So you can see that if you scroll up, there is a planetary system up here. You can see Cured Hex, Marcus Barton, Bassa Edom all have their own runabouts there, and there is a nebula in the middle of the screen. Celis Argel and David Humphries are below the nebula, and over here at the bottom left of the screen is a debris field of broken down Federation starships. In no way should that just be a screenshot of taken as a screenshot of Wolf 359. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a runabout death match in the holodeck. So everybody is going to fight till there's only one person left standing using the ship combat rules. It is going to be interesting, to say the least. It'll give us an opportunity to explore those rules, but also it'll give us an ability to kind of play with settling any grudges that might have developed. I'm looking at you, Marcus, and seeing David across the screen.
I think we all should just go and kill David.
Maybe. So first things first, what I'm going to do is how initiative typically works is the players go, then the opposing players go, and you just go back and forth until everybody's done a round. With the players always going first. When there is not that system of appropriate protagonist antagonist, when it's kind of a PvP thing, there's a bunch of different ways to settle this, but I thought that we could just handle this by rank. So that would start with Michael as captain, then Jake, then Timothy, then Vanessa, then David.
Rank has its privileges.
Right? Now, each of you are also going to choose a single NPC as part of your crew. And that NPC and yourself are going to be the only two members of your runabout. Now, small craft are handled by splitting up the operations between two things, right? So usually on starships, you have different sections that are doing different things. One is tactical, one is navigation, one is command, and so on. In these smaller craft, you have smaller crews, so you basically only have two. So anything that has to do with so you only have two positions: pilot, who is covering helm and navigation, and operations, which covers internal systems, sensors, and tactical. Also, I should mention that the stats for a runabout are on a page that I marked, promise. Yes. Are on page 235. It is the ones you have are armed with both photon torpedoes and phasers. Okay?
All right.
So, who wants to begin choosing their crew?
As captain,
Okay.
I'm going to pull rank here. And I'd like Dizrak.
Dizrak, okay?
Everybody wants Dizrak. That's rude.
Can I ask why you made that choice?
Celis has a con score of 0.
Mhm.
So as a pilot, not terribly useful. Really thinking about Dizrak's con score of 4.
I get it. All right, so who's up next?
I guess if we're doing the whole rank thing, I'll choose next.
Okay, Kirit, who would you like to have?
I would like to have Falk, as she is my direct subordinate.
Okay, I'm going to take Falk. All right. Um,
My turn.
Marcus.
I want Xandra Thor's daughter.
Andra. You want the shooty person, because you are
That's
a
right.
flyy person.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Bassa.
I'm gonna take Zeg.
Beg Karthunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And that leaves David with who? Zick?
Zick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, double check. What the hell is Zick's deal? Oh, the doctor.
Yeah.
I am a good doctor. I don't need another doctor.
Okay. Well,
You
good.
never know.
Her focuses include exovirology, exobotany, and medical
Yeah.
history. So
That
that
should
should
come
come in serious handy in combat. David is grumbling and whining this whole time, I'm sure.
He's probably gonna win.
He probably also tried to claim Ithrasi as his crew, but Ithrasi's supervising, and she's gonna watch how everyone does so she can critique your inefficient methodology of killing each other later.
Good.
All right, so how we'll do this is we'll go through the moves from captain down, and then we'll start again, and the NPCs will all go. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. First of all, this is going to be a nightmare for our poor producer to edit into a podcast later. So, oh, we can only hear me talking, apparently. I was worried about that. Okay, that is sad. Well, in that case, until we fix the screen sharing system so that we can hear everybody, I'm going to have to end the broadcast. Is that true of everybody? Is that only true of the one listener? Can no one else hear anybody but me?
What a terrible fate.
Mm-hmm. It's awful.
Is that just on Facebook or is that on Twitch as well?
On Facebook. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to end the broadcast, and we will try to figure out how we're going to make this work and share everybody's voice for next time. If you want, I can tell you to go to our...
Yeah, give them the link to Twitch.
I'll give you the link to Twitch.
You will hear us all on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And will Twitch.
And that also sounds like a poor fate.
Okay, here is the Twitch link for everybody. So if you follow that, you'll be able to listen to us on Twitch. But we're going to end the broadcast on Facebook now. Sorry, everybody. Bye. Okay. Sad. I was worried that would happen, but
Maybe because the sound's coming through your earphones, probably, right?
yeah, it probably is. But there should be a way to connect this, and I probably can figure it out, but I don't have time to do it in the next like
On the
5
fly.
seconds on the fly.
Yeah.
So let's get started. So starting us off, everyone is at a full stop, and we start off with the captain, Celsar Gel. Do you want to, over the comms, smack talk
Rally the
before you get
troops?
started, or rally the troops?
I want to wish everyone luck and hope that this is a productive and educational exercise for everyone.
Pansy.
You're going down, Captain.
All right, Captain. What do you got?
All right. First things first.
So now, who's assigned to what? Are you assigned to?
I'd be assigned to operations, and Dizrak would be assigned to con.
Okay, on operation. Okay.
Okay. So actions here. I think the first thing would be to go to red alert.
All right.
Yep.
It's
Kind
not
of important.
not an action, but yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, those shields aren't going to go up themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, technically, when you're at red alert, they do.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Look,
point.
they look great for red alert now. I'm pleased with that development. So there is a nebula
Yes.
there. How would we determine what the properties of the nebula are as it relates to ships, sensors, and weapons?
Oh, great question. So that would be under your sensors stuff, right?
Okay.
Sensor operations.
Operations.
Doing a sensor sweep, to be specific.
Yeah, here it is. Page 222 and following.
Sweep.
So you
Reason
want
plus
to,
science task.
yeah, assisted by the sensors plus science of the runabout.
Okay.
And the sensors plus science of the runabout. The science is 0, and the sensors are a 7.
Okay. So we'll start with reason and science, and then we'll roll for the runabout.
Okay.
So
And
reason-
like this information, are you going to say it, or are you going to write it to the person, whisper it to the person? Because like this is information that we all would like to know.
That's a fair point.
Mm.
That is a
You
fair
can
point.
whisper in the chat and write it directly to.
Yeah, I'm not 100% clear how to do that. Let me see.
I think you just
Whisper
It's
/W
and then the name.
in the name in brackets.
So practice whispering to someone, and then we'll tell you if it was successful.
Okay.
I don't think you need the name in brackets, to be honest.
No, just a.
Start typing the name and it'll pop up.
There it is. Okay. Hey.
Okay, I can see a message. Can anyone else see that message?
No.
Nope.
Great.
No.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
All right. It's 2d20.
That is not going to be super good radio, though, which is interesting.
Oh, yeah, the whispering. We kind of
Yeah.
need to tell.
Interesting.
Can we get the editor to maybe put in an extra spot where you will explain what the message is?
Oh, that's
And
a
then
good idea.
none of the rest of us hear it, but you just insert that audio at when he does the scan if it's successful.
Yeah, we
Or
could
just send
certainly
him the
do that.
message
Splice
and
in
have
some
him
audio.
insert his voice, as long as he speaks like Morgan Freeman.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right,
Can we have
so
Morgan
you're going to
Freeman
do a
as our editor?
sensor sweep.
Yes. So that's 2d20.
Reason plus science.
Applicable focus. No, astronavigation? Not really.
Not really.
Okay. Okay.
1 success. So this is a difficulty 0 task. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to...
Whisper.
And these can be nice copy-paste responses, too, because I'm following the captain's lead. I'm pretty sure everyone is going to scan this anomaly.
Everyone should scan this anomaly.
You know what? I'm just going to fly right in.
Dave Humphries might just fly in. You never know.
You know what?
Hey,
The best way to figure out what his properties are to just learn firsthand.
yes,
Just
let's
fly right in.
jump in.
Yeah. No point doing anything unless you're going to jump in both feet.
Yeah. You know, we'd find a way to fly into it. Marcus would find a way to run into it. Like, he would hit it
Okay.
and then
So
cause damage to his runabout. He
not
seemed to know how to damage runabouts.
not only do you get that information, but since
Mhm.
it's a difficulty 0 to do a sensor sweep and you had a single success, you do get 1 point of momentum. All right, next up is Kirid and Falk. Now, who is at operations and who is at con?
I'm at operations. Falk is at con.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Interesting.
perform. So, do we start with shields up and ready for battle, or is this a?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to perform a sensor sweep of this as well.
Okay.
So, reason plus science,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
And Celis forgot to add his ship's
Oh,
assistance, but I can't be reminding everybody else.
I'm going to do that then. Here's my ship. Target
So
number is
that's
7.
2 successes.
And here's for the ship.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey,
That's 3
I'm
successes.
the science officer. I'm the science officer. My ship is good at science.
Yeah, that's 3 successes because you rolled a natural 1. That's a total of 5 successes, giving you a total of 5 momentum.
Whew.
Are you
Lucky
keeping
duck.
track of our individual momentum, or is this something we should do?
I am keeping track of it.
Okay.
But it's probably something you want to keep in mind. Okay, that information comes to you.
Okay.
All right, next up is Marcus.
Okay. I'm piloting. Thor's daughter will take the operations.
Okay.
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 I'm going to instruct her to get a scan of the nebula. And
she can do that on her turn, but right now
Yep.
it's you.
yeah, I know. And then I'm going to take the runabout up to full impulse, but I'm just going to do a holding pattern. I'm going to wait to see what everyone else does.
So what action is that?
That action. Oh, I went too far.
That would be what?
Because maneuver is move anywhere within medium range. Impulse is move anywhere within long range. So can you refresh our
memory as to
given this
what
map?
ranges is?
Is range a long range 3, medium 2, and short 1?
Yeah, so close range is defined as the zone the vessel is within at the time. Moving at close range is a trivial affair. Close range is a distance of 0 zones. Medium range is defined as any zone adjacent to the vessel's current zone, so a distance of 1 zone. Long range is defined as objects or vessels 2 zones away from the vessel's current zone, long range distance of 2. And extreme range is vessels or objects beyond long range. Extreme range, 3 or more zone.
Okay.
Okay.
So this would be a maneuver.
You're going to maneuver?
Yes.
Okay. So the flight controller uses the ship's thrusters to adjust position and moves anywhere within medium range. This will be a control plus con task with the difficulty of 0. First of all, where are you going to go?
I'm going to go. I'm going to start by.
Well, let's roll it first, actually. Let's roll it first.
Okay. And I have. Let me see my focuses.
So that's a control plus con task, assisted with
Yep, I'm going to throw in. Yep, I have Helm's operations. I can throw that one in.
Yep.
no.
So you got 2 successes so far. Do you want to roll for the runabout as well?
Hmm.
It's an
Mhm.
engines plus con test. So its engines are 7 and its con is a 2.
That.
No successes. So you.
One success.
One success.
Oh yes, I guess 1 success. So you have 3 total successes, which brings your momentum up to 3. And you are able to move. So why don't you move your person? Oh, who's got that interference? All right, nobody. Went away. And it came back.
I think Marcus is fuzzy.
Okay. Marcus?
Is that mine?
I think it might have been you, but
Yep,
so
there it is
Marcus,
again.
you moved 1 zone away down and towards the nebula.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. At this point, it is time for the complication. What the hell do we do? I'm going to say that it fitting your reckless ideals, that you kind of jammed the maneuvering thrusters open hard, and as you were running, they lurched to a stop, taking your helm controls offline for 1 turn.
That's his job on the ship.
Yeah.
So Marcus's next
Like my thing.
turn will be spent getting helm control back online. Or doing
That-
something else, but I would suggest that you probably want to do that. But it'll be a difficulty 0 task, too.
Right.
All right, so Dr. Bassa, are you...
Yes.
Who's on operations and who's on con?
Really? Neither of us are super great at either of them, so I might as well go on operations.
Okay,
See how it goes.
you're on operations and Zeg is
Yes.
on con. All right?
Yes. I'm going to do the good old let's find out what this nebula does stuff.
Okay. So that is... I want you to try to get used to using the names of the tasks. That's a sensor sweep. That's a reason
Yes.
plus science task.
Okay, reason and science. And then I'll get
All right.
then the computer to do it, to assist. Come assist me.
Okay.
So 2 successes.
Those are 2 successes, and that means that your momentum will go up to 2, and I will give you the backsplash. W? Yeah, backslash. And then that, and then that. Okay, you have that information now. Now it's for David. Now David is going to take operations, and Zig is going to take the con. Yeah, so that should go well. So for operations, he's going to do what basically everybody else has done, and he's going to do a sensor sweep, which is a reason plus science test. Reason, selected damage, science, net, dice pool, 2d20. Does he have an applicable focus? No. Oh, did I put that? All right. So he got 1 success, and now it's a matter of rolling out what the ship can do, and another success. So he gets 2 momentum out of the deal, and he gets that knowledge. All right. Going up to the top of the next, Dizrak.
So Dizrak wants to. Before moving anywhere, is it necessary to plot a course, or can you just go?
You're under navigation or under helm?
I'm looking under. Oh, that's under navigation. Helm. Maneuver, impulse, forward.
No, so it's not necessary to plot a course. What the plot a course does, it calculates the best course, and if successful, the next task that the helmsman tries reduces in difficulty by 1.
Okay.
And you can reduce it by an additional 1 for every 2 momentum spent, and that's repeated.
Okay. So let's head towards the debris field at Impulse.
Okay, so you're down here, and you're going to head at Impulse. So this is a helm task. So the flight controller uses the ship's impulse engines to adjust position and move anywhere within long range.
And long range is 3?
Yes.
Okay.
2, sorry. Now, one of the things that you need to keep in mind is your craft's power. So that has a cost of 1 power. Now, each of your items have been fitted with these. Can you see those stats come up? If you click on your runabout, you'll see 3 colored circles above it with a 2, a 4, and a 4. Okay? And
So what does each mean?
Everyone can see that? Great. So what each means is the 2 is the resistance of your craft, which also is your scale. The 4 is the green 4 is your power, and the blue 4 is your shields. So Celis, you drop to 3 power for doing that.
Under what circumstances does power come back?
There are a couple of different ways to do that for like an engineering.
Okay. Well, let's head towards that debris field. So.
Okay, you can move your token.
Okay, so 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you're in between the nebula and the debris field at this point. Not technically in either one of them. Next up is Falk. Jake, no one can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm going to direct Falk to move, not at impulse, but to maneuver, I believe is the...
Okay.
Yep.
Move
to 1 square to the right.
1 square to the right. You can move your token.
Moving. Yep. Oh, right.
Wait, you still need to make a reason plus con task. Sorry.
All right. Don't let me down, Falk.
I thought it was control and con.
Wait, what are we looking at?
Movement.
Maneuver, you mean?
Maneuver. Yeah, that's a control plus
control plus con. Yeah.
Assisted by engines plus con.
Yep.
Neither of us is good at this.
1 success, which increases your total momentum to the maximum of 6, and you are able to move.
I moved. So Who is in the vessel directly to my right?
Marcus Bart.
Well, this is going to be fun, Marcus. Let's tangle.
Yeah, if you want, I'll show you. Here is Kieran Hex. This is Marcus Barton. This is Bassa Edom. This, David Humphries. And this is Celis Argel. Okay?
Okay.
Lovely. So next up after Falk is Xandra Thorsdaughter. Can't hear you.
I'm so glad you pointed out where everyone was because I totally missed Kieran over there.
Ambush!
All right, so Thor's daughter is going to scan the nebula.
Okay. So that is a sensor sweep. So that's a reason plus
Sensor
science
sweep.
task.
And
And I'm pretty sure I forgot to make Dizrak roll for his action. Okay, that is 2 successes.
and then we'll go for the
Yep.
ship.
Mhm. Zero successes. All right. So that increases your momentum pool up to 5, and you are getting some wild interference. Not in the game, like actual interference.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why.
It seems like the sensitivity on your mic is too high, so it's picking up background noise.
Right.
All right. So you have that information. Now it's on to Dr. Bassa and Zeg Karthunk, who is grumpily, happily flying along with you.
Yeah. So we're going to also kind of maneuver, and we can maneuver one space. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. So we're going to attempt to maneuver this.
Okay, that's a control plus con.
Control and con. Sorry, I'm just finding the right person. There we go. Control and con. All right.
No successes.
No success, but the computer
Yeah.
can assist.
The
What's
the
yeah.
ship can assist with a engines plus con.
You only
Engines.
rolled 1.
Oh, I did only roll 1. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay,
Actually, wait, you're my enemy. You rolled 3, take 1 away.
I could do one more of those. Control con. Sorry, everything's taking me a long time to maneuver today. That needs to go out of my way. There we go. That's not good.
Aha! It was a trap.
That's not good. Okay, I'll let the computer go anyways, even though it's really... What's my target number for this?
0.
No, target number.
Oh, target number.
Yeah.
So with the engines plus con test on the runabout, engines
Runabout?
is 7 and con is 2. So your target
So
number
9.
is 9.
Okay.
1 success.
1 success and problems.
You do
So-
you do get a third momentum point, but at this point, what happens is your shields inexplicably drop.
Well, that's not nice.
Weakness.
That's not very nice at all. Shields,
All right.
Blame it on the program. It was programmed against you.
Now,
probably.
let's see. Zik is on con, so David is. What is David gonna do? David's going for the captain. All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let's see. Zik is on con. I think he wants to close that distance so he could maneuver, or he could go to warp. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he can't just warp over to you. That's so sad. Because he doesn't have enough power.
Sure.
But he is going to kick it into impulse, reducing his power by 1. And he is going to roll his roll plus con task. So I guess that's actually Zik, the doctor, that is trying this bold maneuver while David Humphries berates and yells at her this whole time. Come on, we gotta get over there. Let's shoot them. Control plus con task. Okay, control plus con, submit. Exovirology does not apply. There is no applicable focus. Huzzah! 3 successes.
I should have taken my doctor with me.
See, if you just berate people. Oh dear.
Ooh. Ooh, maybe not.
Oh,
Okay. So David Humphries is able to move 1, 2 over, and uses that con as he's kicks it into, or as Zik kicks it into impulse, and it flashes over towards the captain. But as he's flying, suddenly his inertial control and engines kind of go dead, and he just starts drifting. So he's just like, nah! And you could just hear because he's probably got the comm channel open, as he's like, come on, we gotta get over there, what's gonna take him out? Blah, blah. And they shoot forward, and then suddenly it goes, and you just hear a string of cuss words come out of David Humphries' mouth, as he knows, he's just like, oh, come on, our whole next turn is gonna be taken up with me getting this back online. All right.
Ithrossi programmed us to have crappy ships. They're falling apart for everyone.
All right. Or you're just not really good with them in a high stress situation. I don't know.
Aye.
All right. Back to Celis Argel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're in between the nebula and the debris field.
So let's take this time to use to head further into the debris, or towards the debris field.
Okay. Is this a maneuver then?
No, I think this is still impulse.
You're gonna. Hey, you really want to move.
Yeah, wanna get there.
Okay. So I'm gonna reduce your power by 1.
Actually, no. This is Celis. Dizrak will do the move, and Celis will do something else.
Oh yeah, Celis is on operations.
He's on ops.
Means, he could fire a torpedo, he could scan a thing, he could do all kinds of stuff.
I'm looking through the manual here on our weapons, and both the torpedoes and the phasers are medium range.
Yep. What that means is that is the best range for them, not the only range.
Okay.
So everything beyond that, every zone beyond that, your difficulty goes up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is it initially a difficulty 0, 1, 2?
See, I think firing weapons is determined by the type of weapon used, and I think it's typically a difficulty 2.
Okay.
The micro torpedoes actually have a long range.
Oh.
However, dun, dun, dun. So the debris field, would that have some kind of innate properties, or would we need to have to scan to see what would be useful inside of it?
So the one innate property in a debris field is its scale, and the scale of the debris field indicates what size of ship can safely traverse it.
Okay.
That's easily told. It's a scale of 2. Your ships are a scale of 2. You guys can dart in and out of the debris field. That's fine. If there is any other property, that would have to come through a sensor suite.
Okay. One moment. Okay, let's do a sensor sweep on the debris field. So reason plus science. Okay. Reason, science, GD20, applicable focus, no. And then for the ship is sensors plus science. Sorry, how do I roll for the ship?
2d20. So
Oh, I mean,
on the side of your screen, you should see some icons, and you can click on the one that looks like a little dice, and it'll open up a dice roller.
Okay. So 2d20, that's all?
Yep.
These are crap ships.
These
Yeah.
are not great dice.
So
I think it's the dice that are at fault for sure.
Yeah, definitely not.
as
Not
you
our skills.
are scanning, you do get 2 successes, so that gives you an increase up to 3 momentum. However, I will say that aside from the scale, there is no other discernible properties for the debris field.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, great. After Celis is Kirid.
Oh, alrighty. And an idea, Quinn, rather than treating each character as individual, it might be easier to treat each craft as an individual so you can both move and take your actions at once. Just a thought.
Yeah, I wanted to mimic what combat is like in actual situations as much as possible, because the back and forth and everybody taking turns doing things on the bridge is kind of endemic of it. But
That's fair.
yes, point taken.
Okay. So on my, I'm going to take the modulate shield action.
Okay.
Has a power requirement of 1, so I'm going to reduce my power down to 3. This is a control plus security task.
And this is under the tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 3 momentum to give myself 2 extra dice because I am crap at doing this.
Okay. How many momentum you're spending?
3 to get 2 extra dice.
Okay.
So control plus security.
That's twice the chance of getting a 20.
That's
Twice the chance of getting a 1.
That's twice the chance of getting a 20. He is correct.
Oh, jeez.
There it is.
And I'm going to roll for the ship. If we were playing D&D, this would be like the best day ever, but we're not.
So you have a total of 4 successes. It has a difficulty of 2. So you get 2 momentum back up to 5.
I'm going to. So if successful, the ship's resistance is increased by +1, plus an additional +1 per momentum spent.
Yes.
I'm going to spend 4. I'm going to spend all 5 of those momentum, increasing my ship's resistance.
Okay. So your ship's resistance is now a total of 7. 8.
Yes.
8.
7. 8.
Yeah.
Oh, 1. Yeah. Math.
Yeah.
So is that the left number, correct?
Yeah, so that
That
is
goes
the,
away after I take damage.
that's
just
the
as-
red circled number. Yeah, that goes
Yeah.
away the first time you take damage, but you have successfully modulated your shields.
I modulated the hell out of my shields. But what happened? What bad thing happened?
So this is a great question. Let's see. What happened? You know, this is happening so often at this point that I'm having difficulty coming up with things.
It could have dropped the shields on one side of the ship completely and modulated the others.
That would be sad. I think what happened is your sensors went down, and it's going to take a turn to bring them back up.
Screw that. I'm not do this battle without sensors.
Okay. Next up after Kirit is Marcus.
All right, I'm going to reinitialize the helm controls.
Oh, lovely. So reinitializing the helm control is technically a repair action. And you can do that. See, is that written down or is that what I read? Interact, prepare, raise lower shields, restore. Restore action. Minor repairs or adjustments to the systems. So, yeah, what this is going to be is it is going to be a, for sure, engineering. So it is going to be a control plus engineering task for you.
Okay. And I'm going to put in my helm operations focus in there as well.
Absolutely. This is your bailiwick. The flying the ship is what you're awesome at. One success. So you gain one momentum and you successfully bring them online. You can, of course, roll for your runabout, and this is a let's see, con plus computers test.
Okay, so that puts it at. Oh, who cares?
That's one more success. So you're up to
One more success.
You're up to 6 momentum.
I don't get that one, do I? All right, 6.
All
Awesome.
right. Next up after Marcus is Dr. Bassa.
So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know, put my shields up again.
All right. So raise shields is a tactical, so only operations can do it. That's you.
That's me. Yeah.
All right.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Somehow, even though I'm the only one who can do it.
Okay, so you don't have to roll for this. They just go up. You can just put them up.
Excellent.
And it doesn't cost a power, but it does take. So you rate the shields come up. Next up after Dr. Bassa is David. Now David he's got to get his shit back on. He's on con, or did I have him on operations? I think I had him on operations. Yeah, there we go. So he's got to bring this stupid thing back online. So he's going to make a test to try to bring this. And you're just cursing and swearing and piece of shit thing and calling into question Throssi's parentage for programming it this way. And so he's going to do a insight plus engineering task. And he definitely, I think, has a focus that he can bring to bear. So submit 2d20, focus, yes. And got 1 success. And so it's up and running, and the Danube class runabout is going to do an engines plus con, which is 7 plus 2. Neither of them. So he just gets 1 success, and he's up and running with 3 momentum. All right, next up is Dizrak.
All right.
No one has fired anything yet so far, which is kind of interesting. Even in the rules, it says, listen, starships are designed to handle any rigor space throws at them. So combat is very difficult because it's hard to damage anything.
Well, in continuing our no combat streak, Dizrak is going to continue towards the debris field.
All right, is this a maneuver?
This is a maneuver.
Okay. So then it is a control plus con task.
Okay. Control plus con. Applicable focus. One of the focuses is con mechanics.
Con mechanics. I'm going to say it doesn't apply to actually flying the ship, but if he has to fix anything regarding the con, then it'll apply.
Okay. And then the ship rolls 2d20.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And another success.
All right.
You're up to 5 momentum, and you can move your token into the debris field.
There we go.
All right.
Moved.
So you are now darting in and around the debris field as David's getting his runabout behind you back under control. Yeah.
Where I want to be.
Okay. So let's see. So after that is Kirid. Kirid? Or no, not Falk.
All right, I'm gonna have Falk just continue. So, and the helm, does helm have weapons control,
No.
or does it? Okay.
Operations has sensors and weapons and navigation. Helm has, or not navigation. Helm has con and navigation.
Okay. I'm going to instruct Falk to continue maneuvering to one spot to the east, so she'll attempt to fly this ship.
Okay. Their maneuver?
Yes. Just a sec. And control. Con. And the ship.
No,
no.
successes.
The ship. The ship's got this. Don't worry. It's never.
You hope so.
Oh, yeah.
2 successes.
What I tell you.
All right. You can move the ship.
All right, we're coming after you, Marcus.
Oh. Okay. Not that, was it Marcus that has no sensors? Who has no sensors?
I have no sensors.
Right.
Right, yeah. I just got my helm back.
You guys are just
These ships
furiously
are-
punching away at the control panels.
I could see a Throssi programming this to have faulty ships. Just like, let's increase the difficulty a bit. Things are going to go wrong.
That is very much an Athrossi move. Not everything will work all the time, Federation. All right, Xandra. Xandra on operations.
Xandra is going to scan for weakness on Kirid's runabout.
Okay. Let me see here. Scan for weaknesses. Operates a scan of the enemy vessels, and you're on Kirid's. Sensor operator chooses a single target that they can detect and attempts a control plus science task with a difficulty of 1, assisted by the sensors or by the ship's sensors plus security. So the task increases a difficulty by 1 for each range category belong close. So close.
Close is in the same square as you.
Yeah, short.
So this
medium.
increases difficulty by
This is
4. It's a
long
difficulty
range,
5.
so, yeah. So it'll be a difficulty 5.
That's fine.
Okay.
Would surveillance count as a focus?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to spend some momentum. I'm going to spend 3 momentum to get
2 more dice.
2 more dice.
Okay.
By the way, how's my static? Is it better now?
It's coming in and out, but it's a lot better now.
Okay. More dice. Yes. Oh no.
So that is 2 successes. Do you want to roll the ship now?
Yeah, I'll roll the ship now.
So a total of 5 momentum built up, and you did roll a complication. Now you were successful, so scan for weaknesses.
No, he wasn't. It's a difficulty 5.
Oh, difficulty of 5.
Yeah, I was
You're
one
right.
short one.
So, yep, you do not. You aren't successful with the scan for weaknesses, but they don't know because they can't. They have no sensors.
Nope.
They're literally like looking out the window, pointing at you and like aiming.
Get him!
He's right there. He's right there.
All right. See that dot there? That's him. Get him. So as a complication, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say your shields drop by 1.
Okay.
But I don't know this. Dang it.
Nope. You have no clue.
What was the shields? Was it the green or the blue? Did I say?
Blue is what I would assume, just because blue is
Yeah.
shield in video games.
Okay.
Works for me.
Yeah, that's right. So your shields drop by 1. That's your complication.
Okay.
At this point, just sitting and doing nothing seems like the safest course of action.
It totally does.
We're just gonna end up destroying ourselves.
Yeah.
Just trying to like
Self-destruct
move around.
All right. This is the most terrible rolling you guys have had this entire campaign.
Right.
And if
This
this
is crazy.
D&D, we would just be in heaven, because like, oh, critical on you. Oh, critical on you.
Except we've also rolled a bunch of natural ones too, so it'd still be pretty bad.
That's true.
Not as bad though.
All right. After Xandra is Zeg
Yes.
on
Good
the
old
con.
Zeg. We are going to maneuver a square
All right.
because we are maneuvering monsters. Hopefully she doesn't shut down my shields again when she does it.
She's
okay.
She's trying her best, or he's trying his
I-
best. Zeg's a dude.
Right.
But yeah, Zeg's just grumpily trying his best.
Okay, so that's control and why can't I never remember?
A maneuver?
Control and con.
Con.
Roll and
Okay,
con.
good.
Yeah.
Control and con. Okay. No focus. I've got no focus.
No successes either.
Okay. But I'm going to roll
Engines
again
plus con.
for
The ships, in my opinion, are very, very high quality.
that's good.
1 success, so you do get a point of momentum,
And I can move.
and you can move.
Moving. Woo! Look at me move a square. So exhilarating. I don't think it's good that the doctor's really doing this because she's so darn cautious. She's just like, I'm just gonna move a little bit, and then move a little bit, and then move a little bit.
Just
Save
on
that
maneuvering
power.
thrusters, yeah. All right, now we're up at Zik. Zik is going to. She's getting yelled at and berated heavily by David at this stage. She's going to try to maneuver closer. So, yeah, that's a control plus con test. Control plus con, hit 20, hit, no focuses. Huzzah! All right, 2 successes for that. Now for the ship. 1 success for that. All right, 3 successes. Not bad. See, if you just yell at people enough, they get motivated. And
That's
David
reasonable.
is going to, Zick's going to move 1 square closer to Celis Argel. All right. So this is shaping up. Bassa is on a Sunday cruise. Kieran and Marcus are engaging. Celis is hiding in the debris fields, plotting, as David recklessly tries to catch up to him. All right. Next up is Celis Argel.
Okay. Let's see here. Where was I? So, the tasks under communications, signals jamming, does that include sensors or is that just communications?
So under sensors, you have signal jamming. Where are you seeing?
Well, it's under communications.
Where is communication? Up front? Oh, way at the end. Of course, not anywhere approaching alphabetical order.
Not at all.
Communications. So, signal jamming. Communications officer transmits signals to interviewer targets attempts to communicate. Choose
Yeah,
a
it's
single
just
vessel
communications.
or other
Sure.
target in the medium range to jam. This is a power requirement of 1. So, no.
Let's scan for weaknesses on David Humphries' ship.
Okay. Scanning for weaknesses. That's under sensors.
Control plus science, difficulty of 1.
Okay.
Science.
Plus every range category you are away from them.
Oh.
So you've got
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6,
5,
7.
6.
Ooh,
7.
this seems borderline impossible.
You can do it.
Dump all your momentum into it. Do it.
Or
I should point out, if you succeed at landing a shot with the energy weapon, you gain 2 momentum by succeeding. That's what versatile 2 means.
All right. Well, let's take a pot shot.
Ooh,
Um,
exciting.
Yes.
Now, I believe the microphoton torpedoes have a longer range than the phasers.
But they have a higher difficulty to hit. We'll have 1 higher anyway.
So it's a
So it's a
difficulty of
wash.
3.
So it's a 3 plus the range, so it's a wash.
Yeah.
Well,
Do it. Fire the
Do
first
it.
shot. Give her.
Let's
I'm sure Athrasi's just watching us going, somebody shoot something.
please shoot anything.
I'm looking to do ramming speed personally.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Okay. Okay, let's take a pot shot. See where this goes.
so you're firing a micro torpedo.
Sure.
Okay. So fire weapon. That is a control plus security task. With its range is long, right?
Okay.
And long range is a distance of 2 zones.
2.
Every zone beyond that difficulty. So 2 zones, 3, 4, 5. What is it? 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be a difficulty of 7.
So this isn't going to work out, but let's give it a go.
But a max difficulty, I think it can only be 5.
Okay. So this isn't going to work out no matter what.
You can do it.
You got this.
Come on. Spend your momentum and hope for a natural one.
Okay. Now, do I need to tell you that I'm spending my momentum ahead of doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to spend literally all of my momentum.
All right. So you have 5 points of momentum, so that can buy you, I think, 3 additional dice.
All right. So I want to roll, control plus security,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 3 additional dice.
Mhm.
So 5d20.
Yeah,
And
and
then the ship assists.
All right.
need a success on 5 of these dice.
Come on, you can do it.
Literally never going to happen.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Roll your
Wait,
ship.
2 more for the computer.
Yeah.
Roll your ship. It's still possible. If you get 2 successes on these next 2 dice,
No.
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 So a micro torpedo just comes flying out of the debris field and just off into the nebula, where it just goes boom and blows up. I'm going to say that your torpedoes are now offline until the restore action is.
Okay.
All right. After Celis is Kirid.
Is it possible to shoot without having sensors? Because it seems like that's an integral part of the weapon system. Would be
No,
the
you
sensor
can-
array.
You can eyeball it. That's established in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Would there
Just
be an
hold up your
increased
thumb like
difficulty?
this.
And to be clear, like, the sensor suite is down, but there are, like, different
There's still
types
sensor
of
capable
systems that. Yeah. So, like,
Oh, then
the targeting system might still be up and running while sensors are.
Okay, so I will go ahead and open fire on Marcus.
Okay.
So this
What weapon are you going to use?
energy.
Okay, you're firing a phaser.
Yep. Firing a phaser, and so he is at range 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hmm?
So that's 3 beyond, so difficulty of 5.
Yep.
I'll spend my point of momentum to get an extra dice for this.
Okay.
And forgive me, so it's control plus.
Firing a weapon.
Security. Look at Celis Argels. He just rolled that. Celis control plus
control
security.
Oh, this is going to go really poorly for me.
Let's see it.
Yep.
We have rolled so many 20s. It's not even normal.
And
This
then
is statistically improbable.
So you should have like a list of things that can go wrong because
Oh, this is
That's it. I'm
great.
doing ramming speed. My ship is breaking. This is the only logical conclusion.
Oh.
Break my ship upon the enemy.
all you're gonna do is miss and like run into the nebula.
Right.
So I don't know why you're even bothering. Why don't we just all just drive into the nebula and wait till we can't do anything?
Okay,
Yeah.
the firing at that extreme distance accidentally drew some extra power, and so you lose 1 point of power.
All right. Like you need power for anything.
The computer just automatically controlled that. Tried to make the phaser more accurate than it could be. Yeah. So
Alrighty.
then that was Kirid. Now on to Marcus.
So, just to be clear, are we doing the NPCs now, or is this
This is us.
This is
Marcus's?
us.
This is us.
Yeah. So you're
All
on
right.
con. Literally every other PC is on operations except for you.
Yeah, that's great. I am going to prepare an action.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare it so that when he gets to medium range, I'm going to maneuver right into his square. Basically, try to be right underneath him.
Okay.
So hopefully I can take some pot shots while he's up there.
All right. So if he comes near you, you're going to try to get into his square.
Yes, and
You
for
guys
this,
can share a square. That's totally legitimate.
Yeah. And for right now, I just want to make it look like I'm dead in space. I broke the ship. It is just hanging there lifeless.
Okay.
The hilarious thing is, I'm not going to know the difference.
His senses are down, so he's like, "Oh, look, go in for the kill. This is amazing."
He's just staying there in one spot. This is easy.
Maybe his ship is as broken as mine.
All right. After Marcus is Dr. Bassa on operations.
All right. I'm going to. I'm so far away from everyone.
Warp.
Yeah, you have warp.
How much power is it to warp?
1 point of power for every zone that you move.
And
Wait,
how
she
long
can't
is this?
warp. She's not flying the ship.
Yeah, but you're
That's true.
on operations.
Right. So what can I do? I can shoot things. I can censor things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people should say bad words. I censor that.
That's awful.
Dr. Bassa is not good at this.
Just fly towards Marcus and I. Pick off whichever one's left because we're going to kill each other. It's going to be great.
But I'm not flying.
Or we'll kill ourselves, the way we've been rolling.
Modulate your shields.
That seems to be a
Modulate
really
my
good trick.
shields. Yeah, let's do that.
Fantastic.
Let's modulate.
Okay, so that is a control plus security task.
Control security.
Difficulty is 2, just FYI.
Okay.
And
That's
the
1,
ship
and then the
can
computer?
assist with structure plus engineering.
And what is that target? Structure and engineering.
On page 235,
I
but
know, but I keep going back and forth and losing
structure
my
is
page.
7 and engineering is 1, so the 8.
8. Okay. Modulated.
All right.
Modulated.
So that means that your resistance increases by 1, and you can spend 1 momentum to increase it by additional points. So you have a total of 4 momentum left. You can increase it by 5 right now.
Okay, let's do that. Might as well do something.
Okay, so move your resistance up by 5.
And that's my blue we determined?
Blue is shields.
Oh, sorry.
Resistance is green.
No, red.
Or resistance is red, sorry.
Yes. And your resistance will go down after you've taken damage.
Yeah, I
Not
remember
after you've
looking
taken
at
a hit. If you resist the damage, nothing happens.
So my resistance goes up by 5, correct? Okay, yeah, and then if I get hit, it's back. Okay. Modulated.
David is going to... so far away. I guess. And by the way, that cost 1 power. So reduce your power by 1. David is going to... he's going to do something. What is he going to do? He's going to take a command action, and he's going to use Rally. CO inspires and coordinates the crew, attempting a presence plus command task with a difficulty of 0. And this task... Well, no, this is for generate momentum. He's already got 6. He's going to direct. The CO provides a clear, concise orders. Choose one other officer currently on the bridge. That officer attempts a single task determined by the CO. The CO assists this task using the command skill. This action may be used once per scene by each character who has access to it. So he's going to do that.
Cool.
He's going to direct Zik to go to Impulse and get closer to Celis. First things first is his command action, which is a presence plus command task. Huzzah! So he gets a success, and that allows him to tell Zik to do one thing. Now Zik is then going to try to go to Impulse. Here it is. So it has a power requirement of 1 and is going to move anywhere with long range. And that is a control plus con task. Control, con, 220. Applicable focus. Hell no. That's one success, and the runabout is going to add to that. With 2 more successes. Lovely. Lovely. Long range is 2 zones, so David is going to move them. First, I'm going to reduce the power by 1. And 1, 2. Right there. Okay. So David yells at Zik, and Zik moves closer to the debris field, closing in on Celis Argel. At this point, if we can take like a 2-minute break so I can use the facilities, that would be lovely.
No, that's not happening right now.
How dare you?
Curse you and your small bladder.
So in about 2 hours, once I reach you, Tim, we're going to have it out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna watch from the side here.
You are so far
Hey!
away. It's going to take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
know.
7 turns.
And I
At
started
maneuver
really
speed?
far away.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to go
And-
to warp.
We've done like all session like 3 turns.
Yeah.
So-
This is taking a while.
yeah.
Yeah. We should have been closer to start, I think.
Yes.
Or we should be moving faster.
Or that.
But this
Like each of
takes
these-
power for everything.
Each of these represents half a zone or a quarter of a zone or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Hi, Quinn.
Hello.
Everyone's far away.
Everyone is far away.
Like Timothy's in Ontario and Jake's in Texas.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
far. Not
That's
nearly
true.
as far as Dr. Bassett is from everybody else, though.
I know. That's
These
what I
are
was talking about.
astronomical distances. I will say that, I mean, I've never done this before just as much as none of you have done this before. And I've come to the realization that my grid is way too big.
That's what we were thinking.
I'm thinking that it would be more useful for each square to be like half of a zone. And so when you move 1, you can move actually 2 squares. If you move at impulse, you can move 4 squares.
It's too late now.
No, I know.
The rules have been set out. We're going to follow them through to the end. What's really interesting to me is how anyone's going to affect your shields, right?
Right? Yeah. I'm basically I'm very confident on this attack just because my shields are really powerful. That being said, Tim did the exact right thing because if he gets the piercing quality from doing that sensor suite or the find weakness, it can ignore some of that huge resistance. So,
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
gotta shoot him out of the sky before that happens.
All right. So next up is Dizrak.
All right. Dizrak is going to maneuver. And actually, before I maneuver, thinking about mechanics, is there literally any advantage to Dizrak charting the hazard?
Sorry,
Pardon me?
I didn't hear the last part of that.
Oh, is there any advantage to... So we're in a debris field. Is there any advantage to Dizrak charting the hazard?
So if you do a sensor sweep on the hazard, you can get more information than you have, but is that the task you're thinking about?
No, it's a navigation task.
Okay.
Chart hazard.
See.
I'm not clear on how hazardous this debris field is.
So it's probably not going to do much for you. If you guys were in the Bonaventure going through a scale 2 debris field, and you're a scale 5 ship, that would be exceptionally important so that you can avoid smashing into things. But you're so small, you're able to dart in and out of things.
Okay. So we're going to maneuver one tile further into the debris field. So that's control plus con.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I'm here all night. 2d20. We'll focus no.
2 successes.
And
Ship can help. There's another success. Whoa. That is a natural 20, sir.
excellent.
So you get
Excellent.
3 successes, which is 3 momentum. But what you do is you get turned around, and instead of going deeper into the debris field, you just kind of skirt the edge.
Oh, that's not useful. All right.
I think it's not useful that his back is turned to David Humphries.
That seems like an unwise decision.
Yeah, there we go.
That's better.
Is that better?
All right.
Yes.
That is better.
Looks weird.
But look at
way.
that roll of that natural 20. Like, it's cockeyed. Like, that would have been...
It is totally weird. I totally thought that was a 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was a 2 as well.
Yeah. All right. So
It's because the nebula is so uneven. It always roll on a smooth surface.
all right. So after Celis is Kirid. Wait, who was that supposed to be? Was that Dizrak?
That was Dizrak.
Yeah.
So
now it's
then
Fok.
it's Fok.
She is going to attempt to fly the ship,
All right.
or maneuver the ship towards Marcus.
All right.
So, control plus con. And the ship will assist. I
One
need
success.
momentum. I need momentum. 2 die roll, target value.
3 successes total. So that brings your momentum score up to 4, and you can maneuver.
Woo! Ka-ching!
Ooh. Old-fashioned dogfight lining up with Kirid and Marcus.
It's just going to be a slaughter, huh?
I like my chances if it's a dogfight, even with your high shields.
All right. Next up after Fok is Xandra.
All right. Xandra, since we see this runabout moving closer, we're going to try to take up fire phasers at Kirid's runabout.
Bring it. Bring
Okay.
it, little man.
And so what's the range of your phasers?
Medium.
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 Oh, I did look at this.
It's medium range.
Yeah.
So then it would
Medium
increase
plus-
the difficulty by 2.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so it's going to increase it up 3. Alrighty.
Control plus
Will-
security task,
Yeah.
assisted by weapons and security on the ship,
Okay.
as you're just listing in space.
Yep.
Are you going to spend any momentum or anything?
Oh yeah, we're going to spend 1 momentum. I
Okay,
forgot to mention
for an
that.
extra dice.
Yes.
That'll bring you down to 4.
Oh, I did it wrong again. Security. 3. There.
That's
Okay.
2 successes, and you need, I think, 4 to succeed.
That's correct.
Okay.
You better hope your ship is just on top of this.
What was your ship for? It was supposed to be weapons plus security, right?
I think it's 8.
Yeah, I think you're right. 1 and weapons is 7, and that's 8. Okay, so you fire off of your phaser bank at Kirid. Kirid, I would suggest that probably looks like a desperation move, as his ship is clearly listing, and he's just sitting there listing,
Yeah.
firing away as you're
Oh, yeah.
coming in.
I'm gonna go in for the kill here.
Yeah, that's not a problem
No.
for you. As
No.
Dizrak is dodging incoming phaser fire, it's just like, oh, sir, yes, this is going very well for us. Or I guess it's Falk. Sir, they seem to be firing.
Thank you, Falk. I see that.
We have not been hit.
That is good to know. Keep at it.
Will do, sir.
You seem excited.
I don't know what I've ever done to insult you, sir.
What are Falk's emotions right now?
She doesn't have any.
Restrained, controlled, almost non-existent, hard to read.
I hate having her as a subordinate. Why can't it be some just like fiery person that I can really manipulate? Gah.
Yeah, you chose the Vulcan.
Yeah. That was my
I
bad.
can read people's emotions. Hey, I'll hang out with the Vulcan.
You. I actually think it's probably comforting because it's not like it's one of those senses that can just like not be going off.
She's the only person around here that doesn't shout at you in your
Yeah.
mind all the time.
Just really comfortable and at ease.
That makes
Being
sense.
around Marcus is like you're in a party with 1,000 people.
And I cannot be around Athrossi.
Athrossi thinks you're nice. She's just, dangerous.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Xandra.
No, we already did Xandra.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
shot
was
the
just
face.
So now it's Zeg on Khan.
Yes. We are going to move.
Maneuver?
Yes, we're going to maneuver through space. Because it's going to take us forever to get there and we can't keep using stuff. So that's control and security, correct?
Control and con is maneuver.
Control and con. There we go. Control and con. Thank you. It didn't sound right.
All right. So you got 2 successes. Now your ship can roll.
Yep.
And that's another success.
Third success.
So 3 momentum gathered, and you can move a medium distance. Are you moving?
I'm moving.
Okay.
Medium distance. There you go.
All right. You're flying in. Kirid's pretty confident that he can take Marcus out and then deal with you as you get there.
I don't think I'm even counting the doctor as somebody in a ship with weapons. It's just like the doctor. The doctor's in a Volvo right over there, and I'll just shoot her after I'm done here.
Yeah. All right. So after Zeg is Zik. So Zik, Wiz. Zik is on the con, so Zik is going to try to maneuver. Roll plus con. That's not helpful. On runabout.
Whoa! This is like
It's a difficulty 0 task, though, so he succeeds. He just doesn't get any momentum.
Yeah.
Correct?
So, they can still maneuver, but there's no momentum to be had.
yeah. He's just mashing buttons.
She
She's
is.
just mashing
She
buttons.
is. Yeah.
She is, yeah.
Her Boolean fingers, just the blue,
Yeah.
the lights just shining off the blue skin as she just mashes buttons as Marcus berates her and yells at her the whole time.
No, David is berating her.
Or David, sorry. I just when I think of the two most disagreeable people in the crew, it's these two people, so I get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, they're coming close. All right, next up after Zik is Celis Argel on operations.
All right, Celis is going to, in anticipation of the inevitable, modulate shields.
All right.
So that is a control plus security. Okay. Control plus security. Applicable focus? No.
Ah, lovely.
Ah,
Successes.
and then
And another success. So you are up to 6 momentum. Nice.
okay. I'd like to spend 3 of those momentum.
Okay. Modulate your
on-
shields so that you can add
yes.
4 to your resistance.
Okay.
Just gonna try to do something to help us out here.
Creating a character sheet for the ship?
There is a character sheet for the ship. Oh, for the Bonaventure. So this here is a wormhole.
Oh no.
And it goes to here.
Oh, look at that.
That's so convenient.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put that on the map.
There any other wormholes we should know about?
No. But
Space
that,
is a wormhole.
that allows you to get from one end of this fucking thing to the other without spending like 1,000
rather than
moves
us
maneuvering.
spending the next year
Yeah.
just like inching forward.
Yeah.
And not going through the anomaly, but going around it.
Yes.
Lovely. All right. So, let's see. That was Celis. So, Kirid, you're up.
I'm going to open fire with phasers at Marcus.
All right.
So I'm going to spend 3 points of momentum to get 2 extra dice to
Okay.
do this. And this is a... So this is a difficulty 4 task, correct?
Right.
Okay. This should totally go well. So I purchased 2 extra dice.
2 successes.
And for the ship,
Nope. So
Rats.
likely with 2 successes, what happens is you do score a hit, but it just hits the shields and causes no. It's kind of the astronomical equivalent of a glancing blow.
All right.
All right.
We're trading phaser fire here.
Falk says you're going to have to hit them squarely, sir.
Your wit and brevity is noted, Falk.
She looks confused. Continues working.
I'm loving this bonding time.
It's a yearning session.
A yearning session. All right, Marcus.
I'm going to prepare my action once again. So once he gets into medium range, I swoop in underneath him.
Okay. Next up after Marcus is Dr. Bassa on operations.
All right. Can I, from this distance, scan Marcus's ship for weakness?
Yes, but every zone is going to add to your difficulty 5 times.
Well, you know what? I'm not doing anything right now because it's going to take me 8 years to get there, so I might as well do that.
All right.
That's fair.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so that is
They're always command action.
yeah, so what would it be? Control or insight in command?
For scan for weaknesses?
Yeah.
Scan for weaknesses is a control plus science task with a difficulty of 1.
Science.
One success.
And then
And another success. So you do not get a weakness on. All right. Next up is David. David is on operations. So let's see. He's going to fire a photon torpedo. The micro torpedo, which has a long range, so he's within range.
Go, David.
And let's see. Okay. Not. It is a control plus security task. Try that. And David is going to throw. Let's see, how many dice can he buy for 6 momentum?
Only 3.
Only 3? He's going to buy 6. He's going to buy 3 dice for 6 momentum. He's going to roll 5d20. No applicable focus. And so that's 3 successes, and then the ship then gets a weapons plus security.
Whoa!
Whoa!
His ship is awesome.
7
he
successes. Okay, now how does this work? All right. If the task is successful, the attack inflicts damage.
So,
you want to walk us through
roll,
this?
Yeah, you need to roll the number of challenge dice for the attack's damage rating. In this case, I believe it's 4.
Okay. And do I get extra dice for hitting it out of the park like that?
No, you gain momentum.
Oh, not that. Sorry. So then, let's see. 2, he rolled 7 successes, so he has 5 momentum. Can I spend momentum to add damage?
The difficulty rating on that is 3, by the way.
Okay, great. So that's 4 momentum. Can I spend momentum to add damage?
I am not certain. I've not read anything like that.
Okay. What does that mean?
Ooh. That means damage rating 2, but you have also 2 challenge pieces, but I'm not sure if they do anything. Let's see.
2 effects, you mean?
Yes, but looking up this weapon, so you use the micro torpedoes, they're high yield, but that only means that when you open a breach, it opens a second breach.
Okay. So that's 2 damage, which means that your resistance is what, Celis? 2?
We added success added 3.
Did you add them? They're not written down.
Oh.
I'm going to see if you can add momentum to damage, because otherwise there's no way we're getting through these modulated shields.
Yeah.
Find that out.
Which is awesome for us, but...
Okay, let's see. I may spend up to 2 additional power to increase the damage. By the way, every attack with an energy weapon costs 1 power.
Huh.
Good to know.
Yeah. Okay, fire and torpedoes. Those characters. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
I think you can overload to do more damage, but I don't know exactly how to.
Yeah, you can do a full spread with a torpedo. Shooting to fire a salvo, but it's not going to do anything against these shields.
And it looks like the customizable weapons modules for the runabout can add an additional 2 damage to the runabout weapons. 2 damage dice. But this does provide an interesting problem.
Let's say you can add momentum to damage. I mean, that'd be a way to overcome it.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that for right now, but how does that affect things going on? Because that means that I can add threat to add damage in the future real combats. You know, what's really funny is that when this gets edited, this is going to be like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be super short, right?
Yep.
This is why we do this. Why I wanted to do this.
To practice.
Yeah.
Figure it all out.
Aha! Page 232, bonus damage momentum spend. 1, repeating. A character can increase the damage inflicted by a successful attack regardless of the type of attack. Each momentum spend adds +1 damage.
Perfect.
So he's going to spend all 4 of his remaining momentum to add damage. So that's a total of 6 damage to your 5 resistance. So your shield reduces by 1.
And your modulation is gone.
Your modulation is gone, so that means your resistance drops to 2.
There we go.
Knew I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I just removed your resistance down. Now, the question is, there is a... Yeah, so page 232 is what you want to be looking at for extra stuff.
Good to know.
All right. So now we have to roll on the system's hit table, which is a D20. That's a 6. So he hit your engines.
Huh.
Let's see. Task successful. So I think what happens at this point is that your shields reduce by 1
Yes.
and nothing else.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what happens as time goes on is that if they get a successful breach or they break through the shields or the shields drop, how does the breach work?
If 5 or more damage is dealt in a
Right.
single attack, a breach occurs.
Yeah, 5 or more damage. Ship is reduced to 0 shields in that attack, or the ship had 0 attacks. You get a breach. So none of those things happen, but your shields go from 4 to 3, and your modulation. Oop,
He's gone.
And also something of note for the people who are fighting against those with modulated shields, if you use penetration instead of bonus damage, you get to ignore 2 points of the target's resistance for each momentum spent.
yes.
I read that too. I thought that was great.
Yes, that's
Okay.
necessary.
So this is important stuff. This is definitely why I wanted to do the combat in this safe kind of environment before we made a giant tactical error in something that made that actually mattered. Oh crap! We blew up the Bonaventure in episode 3. That's gonna be a problem, right?
I don't know,
Awkward.
guys. This is my first day.
All right, so David Humphries fires his photon torpedo. It skirts in and bam! It strikes a hit on Celis Argel's runabout, which drops your modulation and your shields decrease. Of course, at this point, Dizrak goes, "Oh, Captain, it looks like we've taken a direct hit. Well, that's such a bother."
Really is.
Is that why you chose Dizrak? Because he's very even keeled, like you are.
It's just a really exciting runabout. What can I say?
All right, great. So David fired the first damaging hit of the session, and he's completely out of momentum, but it was worth it.
First blood.
All right. After David is Dizrak, Captain.
All right. So Dizrak, Mr. Conman, let's maneuver towards David.
Also, our chat on Twitch is betting on the dock.
Yeah?
What?
Yeah.
No, that's actually, I'm betting on the dock because everyone else is in combat but you, so
Yeah.
I'm
You'll
so
be
far
not-
away.
They
there'll be 2.
They certainly said always bet on the dock.
Thank you for your confidence in me.
All right, Celis, what you gonna do, Dizrak?
Dizrak is maneuvering towards David.
Ooh.
Good.
Okay, so that's a success. Then the runabout can roll.
Okay.
That's another success, so 3 successes total. That brings you up to 6 momentum, and you can maneuver. Move your
All right.
token.
Get moving, token.
Oh,
Oh,
they're flying at each other.
that is exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Especially with that sound.
This is exactly why I have a producer for this, to turn that into a sound. In something that's not stupid. And
No,
ridiculous.
he needs to take that sound and interpose it on all phaser fire for the rest of
That's
this.
just gonna be
That
our
would
phaser
actually be
sounds.
better. That
Fire
would be
phaser.
That would be hilarious.
All right. So, okay. Let's see. After Dizrak is Fok, the Vulcan.
Oh yeah, fuck! Take it closer. We got this.
All right. Maneuvering.
Control. Come. 2.
No successes.
Or not. You suck.
You
Okay.
still have your computer.
Yeah, I know.
1 success. So you do get 1 momentum out of the. So you're up to 5. No, you're up to 2. Sorry.
Yep.
So I've erased them a lot of times. It's getting hard to read.
It's fair.
And you move into
I
position.
moved into missile range.
Xandra,
All right, Xandra. You're getting pretty close.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna modulate the shields.
okay.
That biggest mistake of your life.
Says you.
As far as they know, your shields are down, so they still haven't fixed the sensors. Looks good to
So that's a
me.
control.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're right there. Just shoot them.
I'm just gonna double check. That's control and security, correct?
Modulating the shields.
Yeah.
Control security. Yep. Assisted by
Yeah.
structure and engineering.
Okay.
Any momentum? Or are you going to wait and see if you succeed and then end it? There's a power requirement of 1, but it is, and it's a difficulty of 2.
We're gonna spend 1 point of momentum. We'll get 1 dice.
Okay. Moved your power down by 1. 3 successes. So you successfully modulate your shields, but you definitely want to roll the structure plus engineering on your ship. You've moved up to 5 momentum. This is purely to generate momentum at this point. And you're up to 6 momentum. Maximum you can have. Now you've increased the resistance to your ship from 2 to 3, but you have 6 momentum with which to spend if you want to add an additional 6 resistance on your shields.
We will do so.
Okay. So that is an additional 7 momentum total.
So your resistance is now 9.
Resistance is now 9. Your resistance is 8. You guys are full of modulated shields everywhere.
We are very shielded in our little spaces.
As the runabout continues to list, and then Fox, or was it not Fox, Xandra is just sitting there, oh no, not today. Not today. And she just remodulates the shields. And something in her Scandinavian ancestry is coming out as she's getting the bloodlust. Zeg is up.
Yeah, Zeg. We are going to maneuver.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe we want to be in this fight. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
we
you
should
wanna
go
fire.
closer.
That's fine. We're probably going to lose anyways.
So positive. I love that about you.
Yeah, me too.
Are you playing yourself, Quinn?
I could be a Tellarite. I don't know.
So 1 success there, and then
1 success. By the way, our chat says, let everyone else pick each other off, then stroll in and clean them up. Great tactics, all part of the plan.
All right.
Yep.
So that's 3 successes.
3 successes, and... Yep.
And I move.
And so that will bring you up to 6 momentum.
Look at me go.
All right. At 6 momentum, you are able to move. And next up...
And I did. Look how fast I went.
Next up is Zik. Now, Zik. Oh, David's probably just like, ram him! Zik's just... I don't think that's a good idea. But Zik, let's see. Oh, so many things Zik could probably be doing. See. Oof. Oh, so tricky. What can Zik do? Now, Zik is on con, right? So, maneuver, obviously.
I
Do
think that he
evasive
should
maneuvers.
take a passive action.
Yeah, I think she's going to be being yelled at, so she's going to do an attack pattern. So the flight controller takes a course that will make it easier to target the enemy. Flight controller attempts a daring plus con task with a difficulty of 2. And they have no momentum, so
Good luck to you.
yeah. Zik is not the most daring person in the world either. Daring, and their con is very bad. Okay.
You got this.
Medical school did not prepare her for this.
Yes, it
Oh, nice.
That is brilliant.
Vic is very motivated by yelling at, so maybe I yell at her a lot.
And another success, so they do get 1 momentum out of the deal. And successfully moves into attack pattern. So the flight controller's next turn, all attacks made by the ship reduce in difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 1. If already at 1, they get 1 bonus momentum instead. This, however, has a power requirement of 1. So the power drops by 1.
What happens when we reach 0 power? You just can't take the power-specific actions?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you see David's runabout coming in an attack pattern. David, not shockingly, being heartily aggressive throughout this entire process. And just trying to take out the captain with everything that he's worth. All right,
And
after,
he might actually do it.
He's doing good.
after Zik, Celis Argel.
All right. Well, since we're in it, Celis Argel is going to attack David's runabout using phasers.
All right. Phasers do cost a power to use.
Okay.
I'll reduce your power by 1.
Okay.
Control
So-
plus security task.
Okay.
We each have like 4 shots.
Really?
I'm certain that there's a way to get back
You-
power.
You can redirect power from other systems, but it comes at a cost. To actually recover power proper isn't a battle action.
Oh,
But
No.
this is why we don't take runabouts into battle.
Seemingly.
all right, so that's 1 success. You need to.
Oh,
And 2 more successes. So you do get. Oh, you would have gotten an extra momentum, but you're already at 6. But that is a successful hit.
okay.
Now you can roll damage. Now remember, you have those options on page 232 on how to spend momentum to get extra damage and things.
Reduce his resistance by 2 or 4, whatever it takes, and then just amp the damage, wipe him out of the air.
You should
The
do that
impertinence.
power loss one.
The
The
impertinence of
attack
attack.
also removes 1 point of target's power.
Okay. Can we go with power loss?
Yeah, power loss is 1 momentum spend repeating. He only has 1 power.
Well, I mean, he's not going to attack me if he has 0 power.
He can still use missiles.
He can, but it's 50% less options than he would have had before.
And he probably will be an expert at diverting power.
Well, regardless. What do I roll for damage?
You roll 4 dice.
4
six-sided
D6s.
4 d6s?
And yeah, David's so good at rerouting power, he could actually probably reroute power from your ship to fuel his weapons.
I don't want that to happen.
Like, I'll take it out of the captain's life support.
It's fine.
All right, what do we got? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 damage.
5 damage. and a resistance of 2. So that's 3 damage carries through to the shields. And did you want to spend that momentum to do anything, to take down the power or anything?
Let's spend 1 momentum.
Do what?
Reduces power by 1.
Okay, so you're down to 5 momentum, and
Okay.
you have reduced his power to 0. All right.
Fantastic.
So, direct hit, and a pretty friggin' devastating one for poor Marcus. His shields are down to 1. So, 25%, I guess. As poor Zick starts crying. As he's blaming her
Sparks are
for it.
raining down behind her.
Yeah.
However, she's still maintaining a solid attack pattern.
Solid attack pattern.
Textbook attack pattern.
Because she doesn't look like she's handling the pressure, but everything's getting done. Like, every time she rolls, she's done really well. All right. After Celis is Kirid.
Kirid is going to open fire on Marcus using his missiles this
Alright.
time. No, it's gonna have to be with the phaser, so I'll drop my power by 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a point of momentum to get an extra die because I really need to hit this.
Down to 1 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
And the ship.
Additional success, so you get 1 point of momentum back.
I do not, because it was a difficulty 3. It's
Oh.
2 for energy weapons plus 1 for the distance.
Thank you. So you're
But I get 2 momentum because the phasers are versatile, and so upon making a successful attack, you gain 2 momentum.
Okay.
I'm going to spend then my remaining 3 momentum to lower his resistance by 6.
Okay.
And hopefully the attack doesn't fail me now, because this is literally my one chance to break through those shields. After this, it's just I may as well.
He currently has a resistance of 3.
1, 2, 3 damage, unfortunately.
All right. So when you lower his resistance, does that last for 1 turn, though? Doesn't actually affect his resistance.
Hmm.
Let me read that. I think it's for the purposes of dealing damage in this attack.
Yeah.
So his resistance remains. Still
The
has modulated
damage-
shield.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So you do get a direct hit, and lo and behold, his shields are up.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're tough.
No kidding.
That was a
Alas.
good hit.
It
was a
good
solid
hit.
hit.
A very solid hit.
But
Reduced your resistance by 6.
Yep, still couldn't break through him. Functionally now, I can't damage him.
Well, that's what gaining momentum and continuing to hammer away is about.
Ramming speed! And I'm totally serious about this because I can't damage him otherwise.
All right. After Kirid is Marcus.
All right, I'm still going to prepare my action. When he comes into medium range, I'm going to move right underneath him.
Oh, you won't be able to.
Yeah. And it does, he doesn't seem to be moving that closely in towards you, but yeah. So you are holding your attack. So next up is Dr. Bessa.
Yeah.
All right, with all the skills I have.
You have 6 momentum right now.
Yes, I have much momentum. Do I know about that wormhole at all?
Yeah, sure. Everybody knows.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then I won't spend time looking at that. I'm going to try and scan Marcus's ship for weakness again.
Okay, that's a difficulty of 5.
Right. I'll use a momentum to get an extra dice.
All right.
That's about it. So that is control. And control and science.
Three successes.
Okay, and then
Need two more.
2 more. And what? Sorry, the 8. Okay.
Two more.
Woo!
All right. So scan for weak. Where is that? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Scan for weaknesses. So this task, if this succeeds, then the vessel's next attack before the end of the sensor's operator's next turn gains the Piercing 2 quality, ignoring 2 of the target's resistance per effect. Further, if any bonus d20s are purchased for that next attack, it takes a +1 challenge dice for each bonus d20 purchased. So you get weak, you get it, but you have to use it before the end of the next turn.
So I
You
have
got
to use
it.
it next turn. I just gotta shoot
Oh,
a torpedo or something.
You're gonna snipe. It's gonna be brilliant.
Yeah, just from really far away. Just
Yep.
Could like warp over and fire or something. Anyways,
okay, yeah.
so anyways, you after Dr. Bassa, it's David. David is completely out of power, so I think he's going to probably be shooting his. Yeah, control plus security task. Gonna fire a. He's gonna fire a micro torpedo, and he gets what, a +1. How does that work? Let me see. Reducing the difficulty by 1. So the difficulty right now is at a 2. He's going to reduce it down to a 1 to hit.
Wrong. The difficulty's at a 3, and it's reduced to a 2.
Ah, thank you. Okay, David Humphries, and it is a plus control plus security. Oh dear.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, the ship's got this though.
So he does get a success, and he does hit. So there's that. We'll deal with that in a second. But I'll say that his weapon systems just went offline.
No power, no weapons.
They just screaming at Zick, just blaming her for it the whole way.
This is great. I support this.
All right.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. What's your resistance? 2? He's going to spend his 1 momentum to add an additional damage.
Or you could spend it to lower his resistance by 2.
Oh, yeah, shit. Well, I'll do that, which means that I do 2 points of damage to Celis, to your shields. So your shield drops to 1. Is the same as his at this point. These guys are just blasting at each other. I kind of dig that Celis, the cautious one that was hiding in the debris field, randomly kind of drew David Humphries' ire, and now they're both like barely have any shields left. Power's
Smoking
off,
it out.
like weapons are going offline, sparks are flying everywhere.
Panels are exploding.
As they
probably.
do. Bought all these panels from the Ferengi. They gave us a very good deal. Dizrak is up.
All right. So Dizrak
Uh-huh.
is going to do an evasive maneuver.
All right.
While I scroll up to
Evasive action. Move swiftly and unpredictably. Take a daring plus con task with a difficulty of 1, assisted by the ship's structure plus con.
Okay. So
It increases, and it has a power requirement of 1.
okay.
I'll reduce that power for you.
So daring.
You have
plus
infinitely
con.
more power than David Humphries does. You have 1. He has 0.
This is true. Okay. Markable focus.
But that is perfect that you're having her do Dizrak do evasive actions while she's making the poor doctor do an attack pattern. So that is a 1. And it's a difficulty of 1, so you still get the ship to roll.
D20.
No. So
Damn
it
it.
is successful, though. So any attack on you is increased in difficulty by 1 for the next. All right. Next up is Fuck.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to. All right, Falk, take us in closer.
Maneuvering
able to
closer.
See the whites of their eyes, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Yes, of course. We could not see the whites of their eyes at this distance. And our sensors are down.
You don't need to remind me, Falk.
Sometimes I think I do.
All right, here she goes. And here's the ship.
0 successes, but you can still move. We need Marcus because his held action now triggers.
Ooh. Do.
Marcus! Marcus!
What?
Your held action triggers.
Ha ha ha! Awesome.
So now you need to make a maneuver to.
I am maneuvering right into the same square.
Lovely.
That's gonna be my.
There we go.
All right.
That's not going to be confusing one bit. All right. You still need to make the maneuver test, though.
2. I'm going to have a focus on this one. I have helm, evade maneuvers.
You have
take your
6 friggin' momentum. You don't even need a success to do it.
I did not hear that.
You have 6 momentum and you don't even need a success to do it, but still, you can roll it.
I would choose not to because rolling a 20 could just be wildly unpleasant in this move.
There's a couple of successes.
Okay. And then
And another success. You just fly in right beneath him.
Yep.
Maybe he
Awesome.
wasn't as defenseless as you thought he was, Kirid.
He's more defenseless than he realizes.
Zandra's turn.
All right, Xandra is now going to fire straight up underneath the guy.
Phaser or photon?
Phaser.
Okay. That will require a power. Okay.
I just made a really quick evasive maneuver. I think this is going to fail.
That's security and Control.
Any momentum?
I don't have any momentum, do I?
You have 6.
Oh, I have 6. Yeah. I'm gonna spend.
I mean, you only need, it's a difficulty 2 to hit. If you spend 1 momentum, get an extra dice, then you can pile on the effects after you hit.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Please fail.
I don't think she's got a focus. Oh. Oh.
And you're back up to 6.
All right. So let me just check out this chart again.
And you gotta roll for the ship as well.
Oh,
Well, it
yeah,
doesn't
the
matter.
ship.
It doesn't matter. He's at max momentum.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fine. Take away my fun.
Don't mind if I do.
Blast away.
We are going to use. Let's see. We're going to use penetration,
Okay.
and we'll use.
My resistance is at 8, so 4 points will get you through it.
Yep, we'll use 4 points of momentum for penetration,
Okay.
and we'll use 2 points of momentum for power loss.
Okay.
1 point is all you need. I have only 1.
All right, we'll use just 1 point.
And then you can spend the last point on increasing your damage. That's 6 total.
Sure,
And
we'll
you-
bonus damage it.
Then you'll be left empty for my counterattack.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Oh, this could be devastating.
That is 3 damage.
Damage. All right, Kirid.
And do those give me?
They
Oh,
each would give you an effect if you had one
right.
assigned to the weapon, but you don't.
Oh,
So you take 3 points off your shield, and your modulation is gone.
All right.
You're down to 1 point of shields. So that was a pretty bold maneuver, laying in wait, luring him in, and then just sliding underneath, and Xandra just fire, and she screams as she fires.
yeah,
You guys like bro fist.
yeah.
She like tries to write her name in phaser fire on the underside of the hull. It's a whole thing. All right, now it's up to Zeg.
Yes. Zeg is gonna he doesn't have to fire. He's just gonna maneuver, right? I just have to fire on my turn because
Yeah.
that's the place I'm in. Okay. So he's just gonna maneuver because that's what we do. We
Okay.
just maneuver.
Which power do you have left? 3.
Yeah. Because we're just
You
maneuvering.
could move theoretically to here.
Oops.
Under warp power.
Yeah.
Be a lot closer. Shot.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit.
Okay. Well, maneuver away.
All right. Oh. Does anyone else hate how the input thing goes underneath that sheet all the time?
If you have a separate window, yes, I do get annoyed by it.
What do you mean if it goes under the sheet?
If you
If you have it
When-
up on a separate window, it won't show up in that separate window. It'll show up on the browser screen. So it gets
Oh, I'd recommend you have it on the same part of the browser screen, then just double click it and it minimizes on the screen. It's really handy.
So there's 1 success, and the ship can assist. So you are up to 6 momentum, and you can maneuver.
Good. That's what I want. Lots of momentum so when I fire.
Just
Woo! Just I'm moving
one
through
more
space.
over. One more over.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
Slow and
Zeg is
steady.
just like, I don't know why we're even doing this. This is so ridiculous. Hey, Zik.
We're a team.
Zik on con is terrified. Can't make basically everything costs power at this point. Can't go to impulse, can't go to warp, can't take evasive action, can't do a attack pattern, can do ramming speed, but not. It's probably not on the. Yeah, you know what she's going to do is she's going to maneuver into place. Control plus con task. No, sir, I don't have a focus. Does this have anything to do with exobotany?
Come on, Zik. Work those computers.
Ah, there's a success. So they now have 1 point of momentum, and they move closer. All right. Unfortunately, their weapons are offline.
I don't know where this could possibly go.
And David's just pounding on the friggin' console. He probably jumped up. He's running to the back. He's pulling open a panel, and he's just like pulling isolinear chips and screaming. He's just like, "Just get closer! Just get closer!" And Zix is. All right.
They don't have a very good working relationship.
Fellas Argel, it's up to you.
All right. So I feel like we should probably attack.
No, just like retreat.
Israel's like, oh, I think that's probably a good idea at this juncture, Captain.
Such an agreeable runabout. Okay, so that's
It's like bam, zap. Things are shocking around, and they're both like, huh, that's troubling.
so this is control plus security. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Was this with your phaser?
Yes, this was with phasers.
No successes. It flies wide.
Huh.
Ah,
Well,
How could you miss? He's 100 feet in front of you.
it's probably thousands of kilometers away, technically.
well, he's one square.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's close for space.
Yeah. Dizrak's like, oh, better luck next time, Captain.
Very agreeable runabout, yes, indeed.
Irid, you're up.
I'm going to take the command action to direct Falk to assume ramming speed.
All right.
So
Do your
this
command
action may be used once, and it's that this attack will be assisted by myself using a command skill.
Yep.
So she makes a daring plus con task. So Falk is making daring plus con. She is not very daring, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't like this.
0.
Is this an
She
assistant?
really did not like that.
She really is.
It's a difficulty of 2, so you need 2 successes on your ship's rolls.
Uh-huh. And I remember I get to assist.
Yep. 2 successes.
And the ship, it's... Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. Ignore that. That would be really nice, but no.
All right. So you gain 1 momentum out of the deal.
And so this attack will do 4 damage. It's 2 plus the ramming ship scale, which is 2, with spread and vicious 1 effects and the devastating quality. I suffer damage equal to the same.
Roll it out.
Okay. So here is my damage. It's 1, 2, 3 with an effect. And that effect is +1 damage, so that's a total of 4. And I'm going to use my 1 point of momentum to reduce his resistance by 2, but it does nothing anyway.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Now
you
for me.
bounce off his shields.
Oh, I don't think I bounce. This isn't going to be a bounce. I'm fairly certain I know what's going to happen here.
Well, you come in and Xandra's just screaming as and she's like, I think they're gonna ram us.
I take 4
Holy
points
shit.
of damage minus 2. I take 2 points of damage, which puts my shields below 0.
-1. So your your shields are at 0. Now, okay. How much damage did you just take?
2.
Okay, so your shields go down. Roll a d20.
$13.
Okay, that means you attack the structure, or you get the structure of your ship is damaged. And structure damage. So you get a single breach.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Okay.
That's what you get for messing with me.
So, so since you have a breach, you now have a breach on your structure. So you have a hull breach, right? That moves your structure to damaged. So if the total number of breaches the structure system has suffered is equal to or greater than half the scale of the ship, which it is, then the system has been significantly damaged. The vessel suffers fires and or minor hull breaches somewhere on the ship, forcing the area to be evacuated and sealed off. This makes it more problematic to reach parts of the ship in need of repair, increasing complication range of all engineering tasks to repair systems by 2.
Isn't there only 1 compartment on this ship?
No, there's like
look
3.
back.
All right.
Yeah. But basically, you can't leave the cockpit.
Unless the hull
Alright.
breach is in the cockpit,
Yeah.
then you're screwed.
This also reduces the ship's resistance by 1. And the difficulty to repair this is a 3.
All right.
So you come up and you slam in, and they've modulated their shields so well that you kind of you bounce off their shields and kind of go into a spin as just like things are blowing up. Like a breach opens up behind you. Containment fields come up. There's fire starts, and then the vacuum of space puts them out. Everything's going sideways for you. You now have a hull breach. Your structure is damaged, as well as your sensors continue to be down, and now they're way more difficult to fix.
Yeah, because it was totally my intention to repair my sensors in this fight.
All right. And meanwhile, Xandra is just howling. She actually throws her head back and howls like a wolf. All right. That was Kirid. So, Marcus, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna do a command task.
Okay.
I'm trying to find that section in here now.
Why? Fucking shoot! You could take a boat.
I'm the pilot. I have to order.
You're the pilot, right?
Shoot.
Or you could ram, because your shields are so heavily modulated, you're not going to take damage.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's do that.
You want to ram? Fine.
I'm gonna ram it. That's gonna look
Today
cool.
is a good day to die.
All right.
It's Rossi's just like screaming at the panel as she's watching this. No! All right, what are you gonna do?
Daring plus
He
con.
is ramming. Oh my goodness.
And I don't have any momentum to throw in because I used it all on damage. I do have an applicable focus.
Yeah, you've practiced ramming before.
I have.
What's your applicable focus?
Helm's operations.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, so that's 3 successes.
And then
plus the
for
ship.
the ship, that was engines and engines and con. Okay.
The ramming speed is a difficulty 2 task.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 momentum has been generated so far.
And you get to roll engines and con for the ship.
Yeah, nothing else.
All right, so roll damage and then apply momentum.
All right. So I have 1 momentum.
You can apply it after you roll, just so you can determine how best to spend it.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Because one of them you can re-roll any number of damage dice if you roll like no damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 46, correct?
Mm-hmm. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
Whew.
All right. You also deal to yourself. Let's resolve this for Kirid first.
That opens up an additional 2 breaches.
2 breaches. So first, roll the system hit table. Roll d20. Marcus.
I always said Kira had all the breaches.
They're all. I love the breaches.
All of them. Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
2 computers. And you open up 2 breaches. So that means that this goes from up to disabled.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain my ship would be destroyed at this point. I have more breaches than I have scale.
And then you can only take...
I think I can take a maximum, like, once you reach that, you're destroyed. I need to look it up, though.
Yeah, let's look that up, because these ships are designed to take a lot of breaches. I don't know about the runabouts.
So scale 2, damaged at 1 breach, disabled at 2, and destroyed at 3 or more breaches.
That's for the system.
Oh.
So
Good grief.
At 2 breaches, your communications are disabled.
Yeah. I think if your structure went past that, your ship would be destroyed.
Yeah, structure. If the structure gets down to destroyed, so let's see. No. If the total amount of breaches the NPC ship has suffered exceeds the ship's scale, then the ship has been destroyed utterly. The ship explodes in a burst of flame and shower of scrap metal, though this explosion is not large enough to cause damage to other ships. Kirid, you have been destroyed. All right, let's see.
And Marcus's
amazing
one about
special
just
effect.
flies through the big fireball.
What are you kidding? The fireball literally centered on you because you rammed me to death.
No.
Now you have to roll the damage against yourself just to see.
Okay.
This is a possibility this goes horribly wrong for you.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not your resistance. So you take no damage.
Ha!
You destroy the first officer. And Falk looks at you as you both are pulled from the simulation. Falk looks over at you and goes, Commander, we should speak of this later. These tactics you engaged in were very illogical.
Fuck, this is why I am not in Helms.
But you are in command. You know what? Let's talk about this later.
She has a good point.
All right. Marcus blew the hell out of one ship down. All right. Next up is Dr. Bassa.
Yes. So my plan is to attack with my energy weapons. So
That is going to be a difficulty 5
difficulty 5. Okay.
and require a spend of 1 power.
Yes, I can spend the 1 power, no problem. I'm going to say that Dr. Bassa had a previous host that had an applicable skill with shooting phasers. Was actually like that was their position on a starship before.
Oh, they served in tactical.
Yes, they
Okay.
were tactical officers. So
Okay.
that is one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to use momentum to get extra dice.
That is the beautiful and scary thing about Dr. Bassa is just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm good at this.
Okay. So it's control and security.
I should have started you guys closer together, but the combat has still been pretty fun. How many momentum are you spending?
I'm gonna roll 4 dice total.
Okay. So momentum. That's 1 success.
Ooh, not good.
You
Not great.
possibly
I'm not
could
good.
take it if you roll 2 natural ones.
2 natural ones.
You can
Man.
still hit.
It's happened.
It
Mhm.
has.
Only Zick though.
It's true. It's true. I don't remember what the. Well, I need natural ones anyway, so it doesn't really matter what my target number is.
No, you do not
No.
make that hit. So you do, as the explosion goes through and Marcus flies through the wreckage, and Xandra is howling at the moon in the nearby planetary system. Then a phaser shot lances over your bow as Dr. Bassa is slowly making her way to the battle.
Marcus goes, "Oh,
So far,
Where did she come
no
from?
for me.
All right. David is going. Oh, David! Come on, David! All right. Need to repair some damage, David. Okay, so that is going to be a insight plus engineering test, or control plus engineering. So David is quickly trying to get the weapons online. Did he do that last round?
I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Control plus engineering. I don't think he has.
How does he not have an applicable focus for that?
It's specifically about weapon system. Let's see. Nope. Espionage, warp field dynamics, computer cores, impulse drives, unfamiliar tech, and black markets, but not that. All right.
Sorry. My internet cut out just as you were deciding what you're going to do. What is David Humphries doing here?
David
Ooh,
Humphries
failing.
is failing. He's trying to fix the system.
And he just like takes a hammer and bangs it into the.
And he
frickin-
doesn't do it at all!
Oh no!
And he gets another complication. What I'm going to say is that he's discovered the problem's actually much bigger than he thought it was, and so instead of a difficulty 0, this is going to be a difficulty 1 task. And these weapons are still offline.
And the
support
curses
those.
come flowing.
Oh, yeah. You fucking! And Zix is... I'm sorry, Captain. All right, and now it's Dizrak. Oh, Captain. Seems like they're not firing. Suppose we should do
Fantastic.
something?
Ram them. It works really well. Trust me.
Well, let's maneuver onto the same tile.
All right.
So,
Test.
okay. So that is what? Control plus con?
Yep. That's 2 successes. Now the ship can add to it. That brings your momentum up to 6. All right. You are now on the same tile. David Humphries.
Fantastic. We're having a tile fight.
Meanwhile,
All right.
Dr. Bassa is just plugging along. Falk.
I've got a
wait,
plan.
Falk is not in the combat anymore. Xandra. Woohoo! Wait, are we being shot at?
Well, she is going to. Oh, geez, what is she going to do? Hmm. She.
Can't believe you guys ran.
It's a mechanic that's never going to be used outside of this.
Nope.
And Kieran, it's like, this is a video game. I've always wanted to do this with a starship, but, I'd never be able to. So.
I don't want to die, for real. So.
Uh-huh.
Marcus?
We're going to try to scan for weakness.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do.
All right.
Which is a control and science.
Control plus science, the difficulty 1.
We'll see how this goes. These aren't her greatest stats.
And she's not sensor gal, she's shoot at things gal.
Yes, but she will use her surveillance focus for this.
Yes, she will. 2 successes.
Awesome.
Increasing your pool to 2. And you still get the
Cool.
roll for the ship.
The ship, sensors and security.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, but you do scan for weaknesses successfully. Where did I just... Oh, here we are. The task increases the difficulty of 1 for each range category. If it succeeds, then it vessel's next attack before the end of the sensor operator's next turn gains the piercing 2 quality, ignoring 2 of the target's resistance per effect rolled.
Who's he scanning?
Me.
I'm scanning Doctor.
It increases difficulty.
It increases difficulty, so yeah, you did not make it.
No, I didn't. I
Oh.
thought there was something about increasing difficulty.
Yes. Good call. All right, next up is Zeg.
Zeg is going to shock and awe maneuver.
Should I try the same tactic with the Doctor.
I don't think the Doctor will weaken her ship by ramming yours first and then allowing you just to smash.
And
Yeah.
her shields are modulated as well.
Yes.
It's true.
Of course, his were as well.
Before you shot at them.
Yeah, you took the modulation
Yeah.
off before.
I took the modulation off. I know.
All
I
right.
can do it again.
All right, you can maneuver.
Woo!
Going towards the wormhole.
Totally. You come through, I'm gonna shoot you.
After all of this, she's gonna run away.
Both Marcus and Xandra are looking at the sensors going,
What? All right, Zik. Let's see what Zik's doing. Zik is going to maneuver. And that roll. And what is it? Maneuver is a control con.
Control con. You can always look just above. Zeg always does it right before.
Mm-hmm.
It's handy. No.
She doesn't actually make a lot of those. 1 success. Huzzah. They get a point of momentum. So they have 2 momentum, which David's really excited about because he's hoping to survive a whole round so he can use it. At this point, we are going to pause combat because we're at 8:30, and that's the time that we typically end. And we will pick up with the final stages of this combat when next we get together. Starting with Celis Argel, right from the top of the order. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate having you. All right. Bye-bye.